Yo, what is up, guys? It's your boy Ben back with another YouTube video. Today I'm gonna be playing some Enigma of Sepia. I'm just gonna be going over some really useful tips that I think new players or people that just starting this game or don't really know where to go should listen to. But yeah, I'm gonna go straight into it. The first tip I got for you guys is to take advantage of these codes that they put out. Some of them don't really give you that much, but once in a while they'll give these codes that are really nice. They'll give you some hero summons, and yeah, you should just be taking advantage of these. Redeem them when you can. But what you want to do is tap on your character profile here, and there's gonna be a redeem button at the bottom left. You press that, and you just want to enter the code. And I'll put some codes up on screen right now that are active. These codes you should redeem as fast as possible. They do expire, guys, so you shouldn't wait on this. If you wait, like maybe tomorrow they'll expire. We never know. So you want to do this quick, right when you see the code come out, redeem it, get it when you can. Yeah. But the next thing that I really want to talk about is just some easy stuff that if you're a beginner, you should probably already have some grips on, but it's just the summoning. Um, you guys want to save up for the times 10 just because you get a guaranteed SSR when you do 10. If you do single summons, you're gonna be wasting a little bit of your luck a little bit because your luck is a little bit higher when you do the 10 summon. And you do want to make sure you have your wish characters up. As you can see, I have some of these guys here. You can only wish for the characters that you have. So if you don't have it, then unfortunately you want to be able to wish for like URs or the SSR plus. But yeah, you want to make sure you put your characters here because the chance of drawing these characters do increase a little bit. It's nothing substantial. And then friend summons is just, this is a good way to grind for SR and just random R characters. Not too useful, but some of these SR characters can be very good. And then faction summons, I recommend you really focus on just one faction. That's just the best way to go about getting charts for like a character you're building or just trying to grind UR charts to summon the UR for that faction. Yes, I really recommend you guys find a faction you guys like, characters you guys like for that faction, and just focus on that one faction. Now, obviously, with new characters coming out, you guys might flip here and there, but I do recommend focusing on just one faction and building your characters up. But yeah, that's gonna be it for the summoning, guys. Nothing too crazy there. And the next thing, this tip I have is just make sure you grind one character, right? You guys really want to grind a carry character. Is a carry character is basically someone that will do perform really good in all these events in arena, in dark tower, in PvE, in PvP. So you really want to have one character that you can rely on no matter what. For me, that's gonna be Carmilla. She is a little bit more of PvP orientated, but she still performs really good in these PvE and in these boss fights. So I did go with her. You want to have this carry character. You want to invest basically everything you have into them and then focus on the other characters like on the side. There's nothing really too crazy about this. You just want to make sure that the carry character is strong enough to basically carry your team and like tank for your team, if that's what I'm trying to say. But yeah, and then once you have your carry character maxed out, you can start focusing on these other characters here. Yeah, it's really a simple concept, but this will help you guys progress so much easier, guys, because in early content, you don't need a good team. All you really need is one unit to carry you through the early stages, through the early events, through the early stage of Dark Tower to get those rewards early, which will help you progress faster, right? If you try to focus on building this like really balanced team, you're gonna be behind. You're gonna miss out on some rewards. You're gonna miss out on certain things. So I really recommend you find a character you like. Some characters I see being recommended right now are Carmilla if you like PvP. I also see a lot of people using Giselle, which she does look really good. She has a free skin also, so you can take advantage of the stat boost there. And a lot of people are grinding Sepia out. Now, I don't recommend this for free-to-play players. It's gonna be really hard to get copies of her, especially after her event goes away. So I think that that's something that's more of a late game investment. For early game, really focus on these SSR plus or just the normal SSR units, and you should be good. But yeah, that's basically it for the just like who to level up. But then now after leveling up, guys, there is some other stuff you can invest in. Now these are a little bit later into the early game, so you're not gonna get these right away. But the Kabbalah tree and emblem. Now this one tip I have for the Kabbalah tree, you guys, is very very useful. Do not just pick a random thing to unlock, right? You have to wait until you get to a certain amount of stars so you can unlock these tree slots. And if you're like me, where I just got into the game, right? I saw this slot was opening, so I just unlocked the first one. That was a very big mistake on my part, guys, because I really wanted to unlock something else, but now I unlock these two slots without realizing what I was doing, and I kind of have two wasted slots. Now I did make do with what I had, right, and I put the best equips possible for these slots, but she doesn't really want this for what I'm trying to progress in. I want matter and spirit unlocks more. But yeah, is I just have to make do with what I have. But yeah, if you guys are not at this Kabbalah tree yet, when you get here, I do recommend you guys look at all these skills, read them all, see what fits best with your character. Because if you just pick a random one, there's gonna be no synergy with the effects, and you're probably just gonna be wasting hero shards. And the next thing we have, guys, is the emblem. These emblems are the key to getting your character might up and to just, you know, putting some extra stats in your character. So I do recommend saving all the busted and the good emblems you guys have and putting it on to your main carry unit. Now that is my Carmilla. As you see, I have most of the level 4 emblems. I have yet to get a level 5, but you can just I recommend just leveling up all the emblems you get that you can, because you can always just regress these emblems. It takes a little bit of gems to get all the dust back, but when you get better emblems, you can just request the old ones and then level up the new ones. So there's nothing too bad that you can mess up on here. I say just put the best one you have on your best characters that you're using, and that should be fine. And the last thing we have, guys, is joint attacks. Joint attacks are actually very useful. They just give you extra stats and you do way more damage when you race together. I haven't yet to level them up to like level 2 or level 3. I just don't think that right now is something that you should focus too much on. You just level them up to the max level at level 1 and you should be fine. I haven't yet to break through. I don't think you need to break through. It's not something you should focus on until you're like later into the game. And then the last thing we have, guys, is breakthrough. Now, breakthrough is something that I find really, really useful, right? It just helps you get rage faster on these units. I would definitely recommend getting your characters to 10 stars first, because when you get to 10 stars, you basically have all your skills unlocked. Now, if you're doing a UR, I do recommend just going to 5 stars, right? Because 5 stars, you get all your skills unlocked. They're not max, like they're not level 2 to get the insane upgrades, right? But at least you have them unlocked, and then you could focus on breakthrough, because even with breakthrough, if you don't have all your skills unlocked, then there's no point in getting more rage, right? But yeah, that's gonna be it for the heroes, guys. Now the next thing I do want to talk about is just the arena and dark tower. You want to be doing these arena now. Unfortunately for me, my season is on cooldown right now, but you do want to be doing these arenas every day. You want to be using your free tickets. It really doesn't matter if you win or if you lose, guys. Just come to the arena, fight people. If you can win, that's great. If you still lose, like it really doesn't matter too much. You just want to get those fights in, because if you look at these missions, there are a lot of good missions that all you have to do is just fight. Like this one here, participate in arena battles. You don't even have to win, and you get 6,000 arena tokens, which is very, very good. So if you're contemplating going into arena because you're not confident in your team, just do it. There's nothing you can lose. The only thing you lose is arena points, and you're not gonna get any from not playing arena anyway. So just go in there, use your free attempts, guys. And then for the Dark Tower, guys, this is something that you kind of just progress through passively. Once you get into it, these early stages are very, very easy, because you do unlock this when your team is already good enough to like grind through like the first few hundred stages. And these rewards are very good, guys. So you do want to make sure you're on top of this. You can just put auto next skip formation challenge, and then it will do the fighting in the background. Now I have reached like a bottleneck for me. So until I get some of my characters to a higher level or get better emblems and skills on my characters, then I'm unfortunately just gonna be stuck around this area. But if you guys are not doing Dark Tower, I highly recommend you just have this fight running in the background because you do get insane rewards and they do give you some good units here and there. Like you see, there's Lumina here, right? So you just want to make sure you're caught up on that. And yeah, now I'm gonna be talking about the Voidrift a little bit, guys. I know some of these events unlock later into the game or just like they're based on the events that are out right now, but you really want to keep up with these because a lot of these events in the Voidrift, they might not look that important, but they give you some materials that actually very help you like just get some extra stats on your characters when you're kind of stuck or in a bottleneck or you don't have enough XP to level up your units, right? Like some of these upgrades can really help you. And the first thing I'm gonna talk about is the voyage. Now, this is a very simple concept. It's kind of just a wave-based fight. If you get to the 12th wave, then you beat that stage. And every stage you beat, you get rewards here. You get some XP, some gold, and the gear, right? So yeah, you want to just do this every day because the event that's unlocked is different on every day, guys. So if you have the team voyage unlocked today, you really want to come in and try to get as far as you can because the next day the solo one might be unlocked and you might not be able to do this. So just come here. You can just start this battle. You press quick, put your best formation. I don't think you have to go too much into who you want to use, right? Just let the game decide for you, and then once you fight, just press back, right? And it'll fight in the background for you guys. And that's what I like about this game. A lot of these fights can just be done in the background. So yeah, just fight that in the background, leave it running, and just keep doing that. Every time you beat it, come back, keep going. And then when you lose, and that's it for the day, right? Like you don't have to keep going. But I do recommend every day that a different one is unlocked, you go in and try to get as far as you can, or else you're just gonna be wasting the challenges, right? Like some of these missions that you have in the top left, or even the free to play ones, they require you to go as far as you can in those Void Rift fights. So you really want to do that before these events run out. And that's bringing me on to the next thing that I'm talking about is these free to play events. You really want to be on top of your grind when you're doing these free to play events, guys. As you can see right here, we have these limited time events that run out in 6 days. There's actually an event that ran out before I started recording this, but I already finished it gladly. But these events will give you your free UR copy, guys. So if you don't finish these, then you're missing out on a UR character, which they are very good, right? Obviously, they're not going to be the best in the game if you don't have them built up, but you don't want to miss out on a free copy of these guys. All right, guys. So you want to make sure that anything you can do on this list that you do early so that you don't forget about it or that you just, you know, don't do it. And I'm halfway through this one, and then I have to start on this warrior, which did just get unlocked. But like, I'm already forgetting to do some of these, so I highly recommend you guys keep um your task on with these and just do them when you can. If you see one that you can do easily, then I gladly or highly recommend you to just do it and get the um coins when you can. All right, now the next thing, guys, is the temple. Right, the temple is very easy to understand. This kind of just like a pet in like other games. I don't know if you guys played Idle Heroes or stuff like that. These are just units that attack like during different turns. So let's say it's turn 5, one of these units will attack like every 30 turns, right guys? So you just want to invest in these as you can. They're nothing that you have to stress over because as the game goes on, you're going to be getting different venues to be unlocking these guys. I have 2 of them unlocked right now. You just want to unlock the one that you can. I would highly recommend you guys try to unlock these other Shikigamis if you guys can. But there's nothing, you don't have to stress over it, right, guys? If you can't unlock these, then you don't have to stress. You will just naturally unlock them through the rewards from the game, through the rewards from guild battles and stuff like that. And yeah, and then we have the star chain. I don't, if you're new to the game, I don't think you have to focus about this too much. You just open boxes and put stars inside these things, and they're like a global boost to all your heroes. But it's nothing too crazy. If you guys want to learn like every nitpick thing about this, maybe just find a YouTube video, but I don't think you really need to. You just open boxes, equip them where you can, and that's basically the gist of Star Chain. But yeah, that's gonna be it for the temple, guys. A lot of the stuff in there doesn't really unlock until later into your server. So if you're new to the game, you don't really have to worry about anything there. And if those stuff's already unlocked, then well, you probably don't really need the tips in these videos. I probably don't have the tips for you guys anyways. But now, the next thing that I want to talk about, and is very, very important, I think this is probably the most important thing in the game, is joining a guild, guys. You really, really want to be in a guild that is good, that's active, right? You want to make sure when you join a guild, you have a guild leader or a guild master that actually plays the game. Because if you don't have one that plays the game or is always inactive, then you won't be able to do these fights or be able to use all these rewards that the guild has. Like right here, we have guild fights, and the guild leader can activate a boost, and these boosts actually very help the guild. So if your guild leader is inactive, they won't be able to activate those boosts. They won't be able to activate dungeon hunts. So you want to make sure you join a guild that is either very active or just has very strong people. That way you can defeat mech strikes fast. And with mech strike, guys, you do get a lot of rewards for your damage rating. So I do recommend using all 6 challenges that you get right here. I'm just gonna go in with this, guys. You want to use every challenge that you get. I do recommend using gems on these because it's not too much gems, and it does get you on the leaderboard and give you guild points, which you can use to unlock so many good units like this one. I had Sandra, Morgana here that I already bought, right? So I highly, highly recommend you just always do your guild fights. That's very, very important. And then the last thing that I want to talk about in this video, guys, just a quick talk, is the home. So this is something that is really more passive boost to your heroes, right? Like you probably won't be here a lot. It's just something that you check in once in a while. But I'm gonna talk about the spa first. This hot spring, you want to be putting heroes in here that you like, that you use a lot, because these are boosts that they give to the heroes, right? So if you put a hero in here that you don't use, you're just gonna be wasting a boost on them that you could have gave to a hero that you use, let's say, everywhere, right? Like Carmilla, I use her all the time, so I'm gonna put her in this spring so she can get the free boost. And now this spa house is also the same thing. You do give boost to your characters this way, but it's more just like a affinity thing, right? I do recommend you guys give it to the character that you use the most, which is Carmilla, because some of these food items can give them a permanent stat increase. Like some of them will give you 50 attack, 2000 HP. So do give them to units that you use a lot. But then again, if you really like a unit, how they look, or you just like them, then I mean, I don't think you could go wrong with just increasing affinity. It's really up to you guys. I mean, there's nothing like again, guys, this game is all subjective. You play it to have fun. So if something is more fun than the other thing, then I highly recommend you guys do that. Like I'm not gonna nitpick and say that what you're doing is wrong. But now the next thing, this is one of the most important things in the game, guys, is this hero museum. Um, this museum just lets you basically have characters all at the same level. So you're gonna have 6 main characters up here, guys. These are gonna be the heroes that you level up, the units that you level up. And every unit that you have in the hall will share the lowest level of the 6 characters here. So if every one of my characters were level 300, these guys would also be level 300. So I recommend just investing in this as much as you can. It does help your power go up a little bit too. So you'll be able to get your power up and also have units that you can use. And this hero museum is very useful, especially for when you're going to take on the Voidrift and the here, let me go here. When if you don't have the hero museum, when you try to do the dimensional trap in Voidrift, it's gonna be very, very hard to get the 3 lightning bolts, right? Like let's say this one right here. You have certain conditions that the team has to be to get these 3 lightning bolts, and let's say you only have 6 units level up, right? You're not gonna be able to complete these conditions, guys. So keep on top of that hero museum, put units in that are different categories also, just so you have units that can help you complete these missions, because these lightning bolts do give you a lot of rewards if you can get all of them in the stage. But yeah, that's basically all I have for this video, guys. It's just a quick, simple guide. I just want to make it real quick, see who else plays this game. And if you guys like this game, let me know in the comment section below what you guys think of this. I think it's pretty fun. I think it's a cool concept that they're just making every single character from the anime into women. It's cool, I guess. But I don't know. I just have an addiction to some of these RPG games like Idle Heroes, AFK Arena. Once in a while, I just dabble in, and it might be an unhealthy addiction, but just the power leveling in it is fun for me. So yeah, just let me know what you guys think in the comments. But that's gonna be all for the video. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.